something so I can move on. Lower me down on a string. I need to still be attached to something. 'Cause I'd imagine there was a sea, wash away all the red. When the sun chased dark away, you were in my head. Morning song, morning song, bring me something so I can move on. 'Cause I'd imagine there was a sea, wash away all the red. When the sun chased dark away, you were in my head. Morning song.
Thank you. Well, it sounds like he's learned to play the guitar again.
And then some.
Thanks.
Ali, thanks very much, and thanks as well to Shelley and Charity, and the album Red Sky July, and the book about Ali's incredible recovery, written by Shelley, The Miracle, out now. Guitarist Ali McAlane is back on the music scene.
Along with his wife Shelley Poole from the band Alicia's Attic, he's formed Red Sky July, and the whole experience has helped to inspire their latest album. Ali and Shelley join us in a moment. First, let's take a look at their single, Already Gone.
And Ali and Shelley join us now. Very good morning to you both.
Hi.
Now, the music is beautiful, and we're going to talk about the music in just a moment. But first, Ali, it is almost beyond belief that you are sitting here.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago, you had a hemorrhage which 96% of those who suffer do not survive.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently.
He still doesn't believe that it happened.
Tell us about it. Shelley, you tell us about it,
it
because
was-
it is true, because Ali, you probably don't remember very much.
I
of
don't
what
remember a
happened.
thing. I read the book, that Shelley wrote a book about it. And when I read the book, I was like, no way, did that happen? It's like,
So you found him on the sofa?
Yes, I did. Yeah, the worst thing is you go through life thinking it doesn't happen to you because we're fit and healthy and we go to the gym and we really look after ourselves. And then one morning I just went in, and usually Ali comes and makes me a cup of tea in the morning, very kind. And there was no noise, and there was a really sombre feeling about the house. And I went in the front room, and he'd had a massive seizure. We didn't know what it was at the time, but he'd gone an awful colour and had vomited, and there was just, the whole room was a complete state. And I had no idea what happened, so I called 999. Well, actually, my first instinct was to call 911 because I was in such a panic, because we've just never dealt with anything like that before.
Didn't know what was going on.
No, not at all. And usually you think you can at least have, if someone's sort of hurt, or even having an epileptic fit or something like that, you can usually get some kind of. There was nothing. So,
and Ali, you're listening to Shelley talking about it as if it happened to a different person.
Yeah, it's quite strange for me because I don't remember it, and I don't remember anything about it except when I started to recover, because I was in a coma for like 6 weeks, I think, and then I kind of vaguely remember coming out of that, but it took me like a few months before I could.
You started to remember when you were actually in rehab, didn't you? When they were hoping that he'd get to a place where he got frustrated about being in the hospital. They were saying they would hope that that even though he was severely brain damaged, that he'd want to get out of the hospital.
Because not only did he survive against pretty much all the odds, because the doctor said that wasn't supposed to happen, but then also you had to relearn everything.
I couldn't.
Everything.
Yeah, things like walking downstairs was really difficult because. I just didn't know, I couldn't remember how to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because you do it automatically.
What about playing the guitar?
That as well. That was
start all over again?
Well, that was after I learned how to walk up and down stairs.
So the walking came first, and then the guitar.
Standing up. It was standing up. That was it.
I remember giving Ali a guitar for the first time. Our friend Matt came up with the guitars, and he couldn't hold his body properly, so he was in a body brace in the wheelchair. But his hands kind of went round it right, even though his hands were still a bit messed up at the time. And he looked like he was natural with it, but he got really upset, and we were like, OK, we'll take it away, because I don't think you wanted to deal with that then, you know?
Yeah, I had other things to worry about.
Yeah, it's incredible. 2 years on, and despite, I think one of the surgeons says the chances of you even getting to recovering were greater than winning the lottery. No, less likely than winning the lottery. You had more chance of winning the lottery than you did of getting to where you are.
We've been doing the lottery, we haven't won it.
I've never actually done the lottery myself.
Well, perhaps you should, because your luck is pretty good. And are you fully recovered? Do you have to go through any other sort of treatment now?
No, I was it was only about a month ago I was discharged from the care of the hospital. It was the NRU in Russell Square in London, and they were just amazing. What they did for me was like, I can't thank them enough, the job they done.
But it was only 2 months ago. He's completely away from all care now, so he doesn't need to go back.
Yeah, I was still going back for MRI scans and things like that, but I don't have to do that anymore. I'm totally discharged from it.
But the album, really, which came out a few months ago, was really a really important marker.
Well,
for you
we were
both.
just about to go into the studio. We got our funding, and this was our sort of love project. This was something we've always wanted to do, and we got the funding through, and we were a week away from going in to start recording. And we had everything booked, you know, the house we were going to live in and all the musicians that, you know, and this happened. So I had to phone the producer in the morning and just say, something's happened, but I don't know what it is yet, but we can't come. No.
But now so 2 years later, you release the album Red Sky July.
Yeah.
And yeah, fantastic. And Ali, you're formerly of Texas, and Shelley, you're formerly of Alicia's Attic. So people, you know you individually, but you're together now, and you have another member as well who's waiting in the wings.
Yeah, we do. That's
Yeah.
Charity, and she used to be in a band called the Alice Band, who were kind of like a sort of female country band at the time. So we recruited everyone.
Brilliant. And you're going to perform in just a moment.
We are.
All right. Well, listen, it's really, really good to see you.
It is.
Thanks for having us.
It feels really emotional. It's really fantastic, and so thrilled you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ali and Shelley will be performing with Charity in just a couple of minutes.
Now, though, let's bring you another weather forecast, because